Welcome to the Root Cause Revolution podcast with functional and integrative nurse nutritionist and energy medicine practitioner, Audrey Christie.
Hi, friend, and welcome back to the Root Cause Revolution podcast. I'm your host, Audrey Christie, and I help you heal. I help you heal from those chronic illnesses, autoimmune disease, those pesky symptoms that just won't go away, that stubborn last 10, 15 pounds that you just can't shake, or to start your entire healing journey. So, friends, today is Energy Medicine Monday. I hope your weekend was peaceful and magical. And today we're talking about gratitude. So a lot of times people have heard of the benefits of practicing gratitude, but I figure it bears repeating. I was surprised to find that after 6 seasons of this podcast, I really haven't talked a lot about gratitude. And it is such an important practice for all of us to follow. And I have been doing my own version of a gratitude practice every single day since 2008. And it's 2022, depending on when you're listening to this. So let's talk about what exactly is gratitude. Right? You might have an idea of what it is, but it's simply a deep appreciation for something or someone or some event in our lives. It can be as small as appreciating the warm sun on your face, or as important, how about that, for gratitude for health and family. It can be as simple as using gratitude to turn a situation around. I'll give you an example. We were just out working on my daughter's project, which is growing some microgreens for her little company. And we were in the shop, and something flew into my daughter's hair, and it startled her. It startled me. She spun around, and it was a hummingbird. A hummingbird flew into her hair. And so it went from, oh my God, what is that? To terror, then it kind of shifted from terror to anger to absolute awe and gratitude for that encounter and experience. So it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you are able to connect with the positive emotion of feeling grateful. And when we think of emotions, whether they're positive emotions like gratitude or negative emotions, remember that emotion is energy in motion. Okay. So when you practice the emotion of gratitude, you want to feel that energy well up in your body. You want to allow that feeling to wash over you. And the deeper and more focused that you can connect with it, the more benefit it will have. So gratitude, if you haven't gathered it already, is super important. And if you think of it from a mindset perspective, think of anything from a mindset perspective. What you focus on the most determines your emotional state. So if you focus more on what you're grateful for versus what is lacking, what is wrong, you're more likely to feel better. I like to think of it as focusing on what's right. And it could be as simple as when something's bad or wrong, using an activating statement like, what is right about this? What is right about this situation? What is right about what just happened? What is right about this person? Instead of focusing on what is wrong. Gratitude also helps to bolster and feed into hope and optimism, which helps you to more positively, more actively seek out solutions that help. So the more negativity that you focus on, the more negativity you actually see around you. And then probably most significantly, or I don't know, I lean towards the energetic stuff, but it's always nice to have science to back it up. And research has shown that regular gratitude has physical benefits, not just mental, emotional, energetic, but physical benefits like reduced inflammation and better sleep. So we want to make sure that we are really, taking advantage of that low-hanging fruit. Now, I was approached recently by someone who said that you have to be careful recommending gratitude because it deeply impacts people who can't have gratitude. It makes them feel like something's wrong with them. And so I don't mean to minimize that in any way. Feeling gratitude doesn't negate or minimize difficulties you might be having, but it helps you to maintain perspective. It helps you not to lose hope. It helps you to remember that there is a better tomorrow. And so I want you to know, no matter where you are, even in your darkest times, there's always one thing. There's always something that you can be grateful for, right? A tiny ray of hope that can help get you through. I'm sure that you can recall several times, I hope not several, but I'm sure that you can recall several times that you have thought that the day that you were experiencing was the worst day of your life. So if you look at that and you can say, you know what, I've survived every single one of the worst days of my life up until now, and know that you'll continue to do so. So how do you practice gratitude, right? Energy Medicine Monday is about taking practices that you can embrace and do on your own. So for me, and this won't be right for everyone, I have always kept a gratitude journal. I love a good, pretty journal, right? So I almost get excited when I get to finish a journal, and then I'll often have a new pretty journal waiting, or I'll get to go shopping for a new pretty journal. And also, if you haven't gone to Kroger and like just walked through the office supplies aisle, you're sleeping on some pretty journals. I got the most beautiful journal with Celtic knots all over it, leather bound, even has a little ribbon to mark my page. I got it at Kroger for like $7.99. It might be my favorite journal of all time, but I keep a gratitude journal. And so first thing in the morning, I get up about 20 minutes before I know I'm going to have to do anything. And I sit down, I meditate for 10 minutes, and I write my gratitude journal, which takes 10 minutes. I write my gratitude statements and my activating statements. And if you don't know what activating statements are, I'll probably do an Energy Medicine Monday on them. We talk about them a lot in the Root Cause Revolution membership, which is just a really inexpensive, I think it's less than $15 a month, or you can buy the year for like a much more discounted price. And we go through the 5 phases of the healing protocol. We have a masterclass each month, a monthly energy healing session, and a monthly live Q&A. During the energy healing sessions, we often end with activating statements. And you use these activating statements to raise your consciousness, to elevate yourself to a new, I don't want to say dimension, but to a new vibration. Let's say that. And so often there'll be activating statements to say after your energy session. And so I usually have some kind of activating statement going on. So I'll write my gratitude list and then my activating statements. You could do it at night before bed. I like to do mine first thing in the morning. I tend to be I'm a morning person, so I'm kind of done with it at the end of the day. You could set an alarm on your phone and not write anything down at all, but set an alarm on your phone or mark it in your calendar so it pops up as a notification on your phone. What are you thankful for right now? What can you show gratitude for right now? The important part is to create a routine for you that works and that you find 3 things every single day that you can be grateful for. I like to do a list of 10, but that's just me. 3 is the perfect amount. If you could use extra support in this practice, don't hesitate to reach out. Come hang out with us in the Wellness Circle. It's a free private Facebook group for people who listen to the Root Cause Revolution membership, for people who are on a wellness journey, body, mind, and spirit. Come hang out. Come be a part of that community. And it's a good time to say one of my things I'm grateful for is each and every one of you that are listening right now. And although I'm not a huge fan of Tony Robbins, I will say he has a really great quote that I'll leave you with. When you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. That's it for Energy Medicine Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am always rooting for you, friend. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Root Cause Revolution podcast. Be sure and subscribe on your favorite podcast provider. Ratings and reviews are always appreciated.